everyone. I am so excited to talk about this amazing film, Graceland. I have one of the actors with me, the amazingly talented Ravi Cabot Conyers. Ravi, it's so good to have you on. How's it going?
I'm so excited to be on. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the movie. That means a lot to me because we are so proud of the work we've done and we are so excited to for it to finally be out there and seeing it on the big screen was crazy. The LA screening went super well. So I'm excited.
How
So
old are
excited.
you, Ravi? We gotta start with this because I feel like you're in your 20s.
I
100%. I'm like,
will
are you sure you're not 25?
maybe in a different life, but I'm 14 right now. I was 12 when we shot Grassland. So yeah,
Crazy. It
been a
must be so
bit.
fun watching yourself grow up as well. So you start shooting
Yeah.
at a certain age and then you're slowly, progressively growing up and seeing yourself on film. And I'm sure
Yes.
your voice is going to start changing too, Ravi. You ready for that?
I don't know. I don't know. I can still do the Antonio voice though when I was in Encanto. I
Oh
can.
yes, for those of you who don't know, Ravi actually also played Antonio on Encanto. That's whole album,
Yes.
by the way, has been stuck in my head.
Oh yes. As has it in mine. I can still even do the voice. Are we ready for this?
I'm gonna bring Jeff on as well while he's in here, so
All right.
he can join as we're listening to you. Are you
Oh
gonna
my
sing
God, I'm
something
so
for
sorry.
us? Hi, Jeff. Welcome in.
Well, thank you.
We
My,
just
my
are gonna
apologies.
have Ravi sing for us, I think. But everyone, I am happy to announce that Jeff Kober is with us as well. Ravi, though, please, are you gonna perform for us?
I was actually gonna
I'm
do the
ready.
Antonio.
Okay, I'm
I,
ready.
I would say I can sing a little bit, but I'm gonna try to do the Antonio voice here. Uh-huh. I understand you. I can still do it a little bit. I can still
Wow.
do
Little different
fun.
than Leo, your character in Grassland. But I know, so you voiced over for a huge character like Antonio. You also play Wim in Skeleton Crew. Completely different types of films. What was it like transitioning into a more serious role like this for the character of Leo?
Oh gosh. Well, I think only about a few months after we did Skeleton Crew, maybe like 3 or 4 months after I did Skeleton Crew, we did Grassland. It was in the summer of 2023. So transitioning, they're two completely different characters, Wim and Leo, but I feel like it wasn't too difficult because one, the material was so well done. Sam and Will did such a fantastic job. The writing made it so easy. I loved the character. The sets itself made it so it was such a rich and like tactile experience on those sets. And the characters are so well written as well. We had such fantastic actors, such as Jeff, and so that made it for sure so much easier my transitioning. So
Amazing. Well, we've got Jeff, Officer Duffy. Also, you get to play an amazing grandfather. This film actually reminds me a little bit of one of my favorite shows, The Wire. I would love to know, Jeff, did you actually have to prepare for this role by maybe actually shadowing officers or learning from officers to prep for this specific role?
No, but I was arrested a few times in my youth, so
Oh,
I, I got to know officers that way.
real life
You know what?
experience. Okay.
The beauty of this project and of this script and of this story is that these are people first, and then the roles that they're playing second. She's the mom who is making money by selling weed, and this is the kid who's trying to walk the line between I'm a criminal, I'm not a criminal, and then there's this guy who's trying to be he's really trying to be a good grandfather and trying to show up and do the work that maybe if someone had done it better, it would have saved the life of his daughter who died of a drug overdose. Um, and then and then he goes by, here's the rules. These are the rules. This guy's going away because he broke the rules, and and so it was just more a case of being that guy than of being a cop. So hopefully I
Yeah,
got
your
some
character
talking.
has so many layers. Officer Duffy, of course, is just one of those many layers. I definitely wanted to ask as well, Ravi, are you an only child by chance, or do you also have siblings?
I have a sister. She's currently
Okay.
in college right now.
Okay.
She's going into college for video game design, which I think is awesome.
Oh,
But
that's so cool. Because
Mm.
this character is basically an only child. Jeff, your grandson is also an only child. I actually
Mhm.
grew up as an only child. And so I really resonated with what you brought to this specific character from an only child's perspective. I mean, when Jeff, your grandson, meets Leo, I just felt so much for the two in that scenario because as an only
Mhm.
child, I mean, the best thing that you could have happen to you is, of course, your parents have another kid. And you're like, yes, I'm not by myself anymore. Or, of course, you have somebody who moves in as a
yes.
neighbor. So I would love to hear a little bit about that dynamic, Robbie, and what you brought. Clearly, you have a sibling, but where did you pull from to really digest and jump into this aesthetic of being an only child and then meeting Jeff's grandson?
Yeah. Well, we of course need connections as humans, and I think from all we know, the audience, and as actors, we, you know, I have only really been I've only really been in the presence of my mom, not so much my dad, I don't think. So, I haven't really been around too many people, and so it's really, exciting for Leo when he finally meets a new friend, and that's when it kind of goes south when he can't really engage with his new friend that much because it could put him and his mother at risk of something bad happening. And I feel like I crave company because my sister isn't always at home. So, I crave company as much as Leo does. So, I think that was probably one of the few things that Leo and I had in common, other than our big imaginations. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, really we do need connections as humans, and I think that's where Leo genuinely gets excited. And then that's of course ramshackled quickly, but
Well, your
you know,
dynamic felt and looked amazing on
yes,
scene,
we all got
and
along so well. So
yeah. And as far as, the cannabis laws for you, Jeff, I know that, this was shot in a different time period. Things have changed dramatically in today's
Mhm.
time. What do you think the audience, or what do you hope the audience will be impacted by after seeing and watching Grassland?
Well, the first and foremost, the radical disparity between the way uh, certain races are treated.
mm,
Because there are these facts, these statistics that are presented where you know uh, blacks are 7 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana than whites, and Hispanics are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana or all drugs than whites, and yet the drug use is steady in all of those groups. It's across the board even, and that's really that's what I saw because I saw it for the second time the other night, and that's what I really saw was, oh wait, I'm representing the status quo of the white overlords, and, and I didn't feel that when I was playing it. I was just playing the guy who moves in downstairs, but that's what I really hope that people see is that it's the laws are they really are by admission of the government put into place to control certain groups of people. that's why they were there. Like when I was a kid, driving illegal cars and smoking illegal substances, I was always
Look at
breaking
you,
the law.
Jeff.
Well, it's that's my story, and I could be arrested at any moment,
Yeah.
and that is not because I was necessarily a criminal, though I was, but because there are groups of people that are criminalized in order for whoever to be able to control them whenever they want to. And I hope that people wake up to that a little bit and start coming together in terms of like, it's not okay that my neighbors are being treated poorly, even if I'm not.
Hmm. As far as difficulty goes in this film, for the two of you, this question applies. Was there a specific scene that was extremely challenging?
For me, it was when I smacked my grandson for calling me a pussy.
Oh,
I called him
yes.
a pussy earlier in the movie,
Hmm.
and uh, uh, and he he comes at me for arresting a friend of Ravi's, and he calls me a pussy, and I smacked him, and that happens all the time, but it doesn't happen to me, you know.
Hmm.
And so that was really challenging.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
would
can
say for
imagine.
me, the scene where I had to watch my mother get arrested was definitely a hard one. Probably the most violent thing I've uh, done in a film on a film set, or I've witnessed on a film set, and I couldn't imagine having that happen to my own mom. So I
Yeah.
really understand what Leo's going through in that moment, and I feel like you know shooting that moment where I shoot the bird as well, with the BB gun and just staring at it. That was the last scene that I shot. Staring at it dead on the ground was very, very upsetting for Leo and for me. I love animals, and I feel like I understand how he was feeling, and so that was difficult for me to play because of how emotional it was for me and for the character, but it was necessary though, of course.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean, as somebody viewing it as part of the audience, I mean, yeah, these are some really difficult scenes to watch, but they really do paint the full picture in its entirety. And the two of you did that in such great ways that you could tell that they were challenging scenes. My aim's bad enough though, Robbie. So kudos to you. I have no aim. I could not have shot one of those cans. They would have been like, okay, take 250, Marissa. You're out of here. We're just gonna have somebody fill in for you. For the soap opera fans, I would love to know, Jeff. I know everyone, really truly admires you for your character on General Hospital as Cyrus Renault. Did you bring any elements from that character into this character's development? I know that you have
Only in
some goods and bads. You kind of start out as this grandfather who's super warm and you want to take Ravi out to go get some ice cream, and then all of a sudden things start to change a little bit. We start to see some layers get peeled off.
what I suppose what is carried over in any character is I see our assignment as actors to is to unless we're playing a sociopath, we're trying to humanize these people because there are no villains in the world. There are people doing the best they know how to do with the
Mm-hmm.
tools they have at hand, um, and uh, and so I see Cyrus Renault was written so richly because with a soap opera they just say, hey, why don't we have him do this, and then you've got to be like light on your feet enough to go like, now I have a mother that I'm trying to make friends with. Oh, I have a half sister I didn't know I had. I killed somebody. And you just, I found Jesus. Okay. And you know, and he's so I had to just be a character who was doing the best he knew how to do with a really limited palette, a really limited set of tools. And the same as the cop. He doesn't know how to, you know, clearly he doesn't know how to be a father. He doesn't know how to be a grandfather.
Mhm.
And trying to do the grandfather fathering thing while being a cop, is clear in the script that he's not too good at that either. His cop duties have suffered because of him trying to be a better father, and you know
Mhm.
he's on his way out. So, you know, he just it's there's a one of my favorite sayings is "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a great battle," and I see that in both of those characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, even that moment, the scene where you're in the cop car, and you're basically being told you're getting forced into retirement essentially, and you're kind of just you're not ready. You don't want to make that transition. I really just loved the proximity of the shots in that scene, and just like
Yeah.
you can really see how your character changes after this moment. It's become now this roller coaster effect, and now it's kind of affecting your grandson. And in that scene with the ice cream, something as subtle as he's eating his ice cream and then realizes I ordered chocolate. And you're over there like, excuse me, I can't believe you gave my grandson vanilla. What kind of establishment is this? And then where's my cop discount, right?
Yeah, where's the cop discount? There's no respect anymore.
I loved that
Exactly.
scene.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really a great scene. I love the interaction, everything, and the poor girl's taking out the trash, and she's like, "Sir, I didn't even serve the ice cream."
And the poor
Like,
kids are there going like, "Uh-oh, what's going to happen next?"
Yeah,
And
really.
right, exactly. Robbie's like, "This is my first time hanging out actually with these two over here. I just was here for the free ice cream. guess guess I signed up for a little bit more."
yeah,
Should have got some more toppings on your ice cream, Robbie.
Should
Maybe some
have.
extra gummy bears, maybe like 3 more scoops. So I just want to close off by seeing what the two of you are up to after Grassland. Any other projects that the two of you are working on?
I am writing, directing, producing, editing, and acting
Oh
in
yes.
my own short film. Very exciting. Hoping to follow in Will and Sam's footsteps, and get it into a film festival. Maybe I took a lot of inspiration during the filming process of my short film, which is still in the filming process. But during the filming process, I've been taking a lot of inspiration from them, and I have a top secret NDA that I just found out about on the day of the premiere, which is hilarious.
Mm. So no secrets here.
So the LA premiere, of course, was nope, can't say anything, but I'm very excited about that, and yeah, I think that's about it. But I'll be here working on my short film, having a lot of fun. Excited for Grassland, of course.
wow.
Wow. You're incredible, Robbie. I still can't believe you're 14. Are you sure? I think I'm going to need to see your license. I don't know about this. Directing,
Got it. Okay.
editing, writing, making a short film. My goodness. Sorry, Jeff, you have to follow this.
So
I,
I'm so passionate about it. I love doing it. I love doing everything. So much fun.
Robbie is absolutely incredible. Well, I can't wait to see this NDA exclusive project that hopefully you'll be able to talk about at some point in time. And I'm looking forward to this short as well. Fingers crossed it gets into a film festival. I know it will.
For sure.
And what about you, Jeff? What do you have in the works? I mean, you are so
Uh,
seasoned. You are a veteran in the game. So, I mean, you've got so much on your resume.
yeah, I'm writing a lot right now, and I teach meditation. Um, Acting's kind of my day job, so I'm teaching meditation and working on God help me, my memoir, and
Wow.
you know. Just got back from India, and I'm about a month there. So it's yeah, my life is full, and every once in a while they let me act.
Wow. That's
That's
absolutely
exciting.
incredible. I need to do some more meditation myself, slow down a little bit.
You gotta teach me
relax.
some meditation for my high school. I'm gonna be homeschooled for high school, so
Wow. I mean, there you go. I think you may have a new film in the works. Maybe it could be about meditation, Jeff and Ravi. I think
oh
there's something there. I love giving everybody ideas on these things, but
yeah, I know.
I should be like, okay, nobody can steal these options that I'm pitching to everyone.
Thank you for the
Meditation,
idea.
though. I'm going to put that in the universe for the two of you.
Yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you so much for coming on to Shade TV. It was such a great time chatting with you about Grassland. I'm so excited for everyone to go out and watch this film. You two are incredible.
Yes.
You have such a great season team, and I hope that everybody enjoys it as much as I do. I know they will. And good luck to you, Ravi, on this short film. Good luck to you as well on writing, Jeff. I mean, the two of you are just doing so many things. It's hard to keep up. And Ravi, next time I talk to you, you're going to be like 35, essentially. All right. Thanks again.